I don't think I can finish off actually. But my goal for today is to finish off the APIs for setting up the call assistant. That's been my main focus for on the weekend. And the most difficult challenge here is that there is no way of personalizing it on the platform, on the AI provider that I'm using, without going through several steps, without having to hack around it and then recreating something from scratch. So I'm using a template and then duplicating this template and then assigning that to the user ID for this particular user, so that they can then get the ID for that AI, for that LLM model, or LLM, I think LLM attributes and then insert their own values, API keys, any requirements relating to that particular call assistant. So there's a bunch of different things that needs to go on in there, and I've already done most of the thinking for this API. And so what I'm gonna do for my plan for today is just to finish most of this part of the onboarding flow, which is the setting up the call assistant. And so far, I think I don't know if I said it last week, because I think I said it last week that I've been working on the onboarding, but I'm not sure if I specifically said this part. Well, one of the main updates from last week is that instead of, I think I said it before last week, I said something about the presets and coming up with an AI templates, so that they can then replicate that, so that we can then use this template, and then the user wouldn't have to add in their own values. I think I said that I did say that on Friday or Thursday, I can't remember. So basically that's my plan, is to just finish off this API, which I'm still working on since the weekend. And yeah, you know what, I'm gonna just jump straight into it. And also, and what I need to do for today, most likely by the end of today, is my product hunt got approved. So what it means that I can actually launch again on product hunt. As you know, product hunt is, I've been building, the biggest challenge for this year for me this year is actually building one product per month. But only on July was when I actually landed on something really that I was really rooting for and wanting to see this become a product on the App Store. And so I'm sort of just doubling down on what I've got so far, which is the call screener. Yeah, I haven't really built any new projects lately, except for I'd say the most recent project that I built is on the Vision Pro, but I wouldn't even call that as a product, because that's only a fun project. Yeah, so my goal is to actually launch this, and by the end of today, hopefully, yeah. All right. Yeah, so the biggest challenge in designing this part of the onboarding is that well, how do I break this down? I guess one of the biggest challenge is that the AI assistant has, so you have to recreate it from scratch. So I'm doing this by creating a template and then assigning that template, and then recreating that template, no, creating a template and then using the values in the template to create a new version, so duplicating it in doing so, and assigning the user ID to it. But the problem here is that each AI assistant relies on a tool, custom tooling. So custom tooling, it really means that the way to make this highly personalized for the user is when they can add their own calendar API keys. So personalizing it as in they can add their own name to it, they can rename the AI, and also add custom toolings to this. And by custom toolings, I mean the the key values required to make this each tooling work. And so what are these custom toolings? So custom tooling could be your calendar API keys. It could be a custom tooling regarding transferring the call. So what number would you like the AI to redirect the call if the AI assistant wants to redirect it, and so much more. And so the thing is, my goal is to actually make this, at least the data model, to be as flexible and to make this, and in doing so, making this entire system more dynamic, so that when I do choose to add custom tools that I can then offer to the user, then I can simply have like a web app that I can manipulate and then add the requirements to it. I'm still thinking about it. I have the prototype on my on paper, but yeah. So the way to make this work, so I need a web app for creating a custom AI assistant that I can then fill in, that I can then add into my database, and then for any custom toolings and all the other tools to make this AI work, I need to also add them to my database. Because what I imagine in my head is that if I were to build a custom AI, if I were to build another, if I'm offering presets of the call assistant, then it simply means I need to have a way to add. So I'm creating them on the retail dashboard, and then once I'm done creating them on retail dashboard, and so what I mean by retail dashboard is this. Oh my god. Yeah, so in order to create your personalized AI assistant, so I need to first create them here, because it's much easier to do it on the dashboard, obviously. And then once I'm done building them here, I need to add them onto my database, so I can start offering them to the user. And then for any custom toolings, so that means by adding them to my database, I need to keep in mind of the requirements or the specific tools that are going to be required to make each assistant work. So for example, so what I'm using now for my assistant, call assistant, is, so I think I'm using a bunch of tools. So I think I'm using, yeah, there we go. So these are your custom toolings for your AI, and so you can add custom tooling here, the custom function, and this is related to your server. So how you might expand whatever the offerings here. So if I'm gonna be adding a new tool, that means I need to then update my database. That's what I need. Okay, this is, I think explaining on paper is difficult because I'm still in the brainstorming process, and I'm even for myself, like, I'm still trying to piece it all together, because how to make this more dynamic and how to make sure that the user can just fill in the gaps for the requirements for each tooling. That's something I'm having a hard time understanding, because I think there's something about this there's something that's missing that I just don't particularly understand. Yeah, I literally spent the whole, even yesterday, just brainstorming and drawing up diagrams just to make sure that I'm fully getting it. But anyway, I'm gonna just jump in. So right now, what I'm trying to avoid is hard coding it. So I don't want to be hard coding any of these tooling. So these are the tools that that are found in retail. So these are your general tools: transferring the call, booking the call, ending calls, checking your availability on your calendar. It's like these are the standard tools that they are offering. And so I don't want to do that. It's like my goal is to add these into my database, and so that I can have a way to I can just have an array of the requirements on the web app, and then I can just pick them right there, and then the user can then and then all I need to do is to render the the preset on the mobile device, and then render all the requirements so that they can then add all the requirements for each, the values for each. That's it. That's what I'm thinking, at least. So that's why I'm using, so to make this as abstract as possible, I'm using record. So this should be unknown, actually. So unknown might be a good value. So it's active, yeah. Yeah, I think the name is probably better here. There you go. Hopefully. Yeah, so I think today I'm gonna just go through this. Because I can basically, I honestly didn't do much last week. Honestly, I didn't do much. I've had problems because last week was all about just launching it onto the App Store, so uploading this entire thing to the App Store, making sure that I meet all the requirements. One thing though that I haven't really addressed is the encryption. So that's gonna be a big problem, because I'm not using any encryption at the moment. And yeah, but my brain is not on that part yet. But I know that's going to be important when I'm going to be launching this on the App Store. I don't have and actually I met my goal for launching it on the 25th, so that's really cool. The only issue here now is welcoming the user. So right now I don't know a way to actually, like, I haven't really allowed in-app purchases. Like, that's the part that I haven't really touched on, because I'm having a problem with the phone verification as well, and email verification. There's just so many different things. You know what, I'm gonna shut up and just do this anyway. So let's just turn on. So I'm building the API. So I'm building the API keys. I need to finish the API keys for the API. We're creating the tools, adding the LLM attributes, so the LLM presets for the call assistant, and then I need to then redo my UI for this. Yeah. Yeah, so in terms of the UI updates, I'm thinking of so this is I haven't finished the assistant summary. That's fine. Yeah, so this is the setting up the assistant. So this needs to be updated, because what I plan to do is to have presets here. So instead of having one way of creating the assistant, what I need is to offer multiple types of presets. what I mean by presets for the assistant is that you could technically, like, it's like not everybody needs a executive assistant like for their call assistant. So you can have different levels. That's what I'm planning to do. So you can have a basic call screener that still speaks like a human, and then the next could be a virtual receptionist, which could have access to your calendar. It is still a screener. It literally just acts as a receptionist, and then the next version could be a more advanced version of this, probably a combination of the two, which is a call screener, have access to your calendar, but also have access to it could perform things like prioritization. It could do follow-up calls, because this is what they also asked me for filling up the the Twilio startup spotlight thing. Like, what is the next version of this application? And I literally said, well, it's gonna be something similar to Google Duplex, and which that you can get the assistant to create reservations for you, and you could actually do that. Technically, you could create a conversational flow that allows for that to happen. But that's thinking way too far down there. At the moment, my goal, okay, yeah, my goal today is just to finish off this API, and to start connecting my my onboarding flow. Yes. Yeah, and also, as you know, that I'm still building the devlog. Man, that thing is well overdue. God, bye. I'm still having to speed up the whole process though. I think the hard part of making a devlog is the editing. Writing is easy, but the editing process and getting all the footage. Yeah. Okay, anyway. So basic screener. An EA level executive assistant. Yeah, so how I'm building this. Okay. Well, so first I need to store all of my presets to my database. That's one. Then I need to check retail if I have the preset on retail, which is the provider. And then from there, I need to get this thing and then recreate the whole thing. So this is how I'm duplicating it. And the reason why this is important, because there's no way of like, this is the only way of personalizing it to the user, because what it takes is that you need to have an agent specifically personalized for the user. You need to create a custom agent from scratch, and you have to assign a specific ID to it that has all of their information. So there's no way of dynamically changing the values for each of the toolings, so that I showed earlier, and that's why I'm doing this. Yeah, which is a lot of work, I'd say, because I would have preferred if this entire process is as simplified as possible. And my simplified, I mean by just changing it dynamically on eTel instead of duplicating this whole template from scratch. Yeah, so just check there are no tools, and this is where I got stuck on, because this process, so the general tools depends on the requirements. So how do we then, it's like fill in the values for each tools. Yeah, so did I say result AI? So what I want here is it's like, what is the preset ID, and then what is, so I need the values here. So first check the presets, and then I need I think I should have this insert base preset. Yeah. Insert. So I need a way to, what am I sending from my client? Because I need these values. So basically, so it's the LM requirements. So based on that preset ID, I need to based on the preset ID. Because like what do I need here? So what I'm trying to do now is to go through each of these records and fill in all of the general tools required. So the general tools is based on the platform. So what I need here is to go through them one by one and then check the name, so that if they're matching with my, if any of them are matching with the requirements, I then need to then slot in the values for them. So that could be your API keys and stuff. The problem is, let's see this first now. So what is the name of the tools, and then what is the requirement? Maybe start with the general tools and then add the values. So let's see. Alright, so let's say it's the check availability. So if the type is any of these. If the type is so if the type is transfer call, then they give you this value, so number. So if that's the case, then there should be a number here. Undefined. And then then that means I need a way to user inputs based on the requirements. I'm just trying to see in my head, like they insert all the values, so we basically render all the requirements on the UI, and once they then submit, we have that list of keys and values. Transferred call. So that means you could probably say, well, based on the requirements, so user input. So first, like, what is the name of the tool? What is the user ID? So this is what they submit, right? So it's user ID. What is the LLM ID that we need? I need that. So, and then so that the tooling, and then so what is the name of something here? So we generate the So we generate the list of the requirements. So they first select the so basically so this would be your presets, right? So you have each of this, and then let's say you selected the executive assistant, then so what is required to make this assistant work, right? So there will be so what is the capabilities, right? And then what are the requirements? So let's say the calendar access, the number transfer X and then Y, and then I'd say you have a button here. So then submit this. So first you select so you essentially select the LLM ID. So each of these are LLM IDs on their own that we then need to duplicate for the user, and then there might be some small description here capabilities, the tools could be, the name of the tools could be here. So tool 1, so tool A, tool B, tool C, tool C, tool B. And then to make each of this work, they need to add their API keys, number to transfer, XYZ, and then save. So so I need the so I need the LLM ID. I need this person's ID, and then I need the requirements here. So the requirements are so we're essentially just, this is what we're doing. So we're generating this to the client side. So this is the data model that we're using, and then we need to use this user input for the user to then submit whatever they have. So based on these values. So that means, okay, so what is the preset ID? So you can just say this is the user input. And so whatever the preset ID is here, LLM ID, and then what are the general tools? So okay, so then we can say, okay, so what is the tool number? So this would be the key value. So this is the user input. So user input, then requirements, then so they can't be null. So transfer based on the name of the tool. What's that? As I think that's how it works. Alright, so let's keep going. Because it would be nice if I can test it now. So what counter key? Yeah. So okay. So this, let's say this one, and then tool type. If the tool type is a counter key, yeah, I definitely needed to. I need to double check this to check availability. What else? So end the call. I think I'm going to delete that now. And then the custom tooling is what I need. So if there's any custom toolings, if you know, I'll leave it that for now. So custom tools. So what is the user ID? Okay. And then user inputs. Yeah, so this is what you get. So first you select the agent, and then you have to assign the LLM ID. So this is when so they first select an agent. It sort of is like selecting the voice for your Siri. That's basically what's happening here. So first you select an agent, so it has voice IDs, and then we go to this page, and then they select their they select their presets for their so what type of assistant do they want, and then after they submit this, we create the LLM and then assign it back to this agent ID. So we create the LLM here and then assign the ID here. So this LLM ID is specifically for the user. So this is linked directly to the user ID. Yeah, so that's how I'm planning to make this personalized for the user. So we first generate the ID here. So let me just actually, you know what? I can actually do the UI now because of this. So first they have to select the type of call assistant, and then they have to fill in their values. So let's say so I need the title. So what is the name of the assistant, and then what is the description of the type of assistant, and then what is the list of requirements. So what are the tools required to use this? So what is the capabilities, and then you can then interpret that as the tools. So what sort of tools can it do, can it use in this case, and then so what sort of requirements do I need first? Okay. Oops. create. So this could be, so this would be your API keys. So calendar API key, and then they would then have to insert it here. So this could be, man, this is really bad, but so this could be your check calendar. So it can check the, so this assistant can check the person's calendar, and to make this work I need the API key. So what are the requirements, and then what is the description? Something like that. Okay, so this is how I'm sort of thinking about this. Yeah, I don't know why I was so stuck in this. And then based on whatever inputs that they have here, I want to then, this would be the submission. So submit to this API so that I can then fill in all the values for my, for this call assistant, essentially. So what is the call assistant? So fill in first so fill in all the general tools. And then let's say the tooling is type custom. So if the tooling is custom, and then so how do we deal with this? So whatever the name is then. So tool parameter. Wait, so whatever, so what is the custom tooling, and then what is the URL for this? So this is new server. Fuck, this is a good point. So how am I dealing with this now? So basically, no, I think it's good that I'm doing this now, because part of me, there's so many things I just don't know. I'm slowly discovering it now. Because when I was building this, I just wanted to make it work. But now I'm at the point where, okay, I need to make this as dynamic as possible. And then the tooling is, so this one requires a bit more work. So tooling, because if they are already, so this, they most likely they're gonna be in they will already be in, so these toolings would be in the replica or in the preset. They should be set there. So what do I need to change? So I don't need to change the description. The name is the same. The parameters is what I need to go through. So whatever the parameters are, there we go. So this is gonna be the problem. So this is what I need to fill in. So how, okay, so if okay, so if this is the parameters, then that means I need to change this. So the requirement is gonna be so this would be okay, so this should be at parameters. And then what are the properties? So type and description. Wait, okay, I need context for this. Okay, so this is the function. So I need. So wait, what am I doing here then? So that. So this is the parameter. So what am I changing? I don't think I need to change the parameters. So what do I need here then? So I need the. Yeah, what am I changing here? I don't need to basically okay, so I don't need to change the custom value. I think. So I'm gonna just leave that for now. Because I think the so well okay, so the parameters, so you have to set them. I don't need to. Yeah, I don't need to. The user doesn't have to change the parameters because that's set by you know beforehand. So I don't need to actually do that. What else do I need? I need the call transfer. I think that's really it though. Right, anyway, so this custom tool. What did I miss? What about the URL? Okay, so that's. I think that should be it. I just need the API then. I can start testing this. Yeah, I might as well bring all the tools in one folder. So all this. This one should be here. Excuse me. So wait, so create LLM and then create an agent. So now that I'm thinking about it, if I'm selecting, so each one of these will be a voice ID. So essentially, I could just store this value. So without even interacting with the server, I can literally just store this value and then submit everything here at once. That's probably much better. That means I need the agent ID. I need the voice ID in the here. And so as you know, the voice ID, so the list of voices can be generated from the API itself. So they at least they have something here. Where's that? The voices, agents. Oh, there we go. So voices. So this is what I need to then generate on my client. So, and I simply need so I need to create a, okay, so that means I need to create a agent. Okay. So create a custom agent. Create all agent. Okay, so that means once we created the so once we save the LLM2, so once we assign the LLM ID with the user ID, so then I want to create the agent. Let's create an agent based on the voice ID, so that the voice ID is, this is the agent, and then what is the WebSocket URL? So the WebSocket, okay, so the WebSocket URL is, okay, agent manager, insert retail agent. So whatever the LLM ID is, so this is the URL, and then I just need to assign this in the post ID, and then this is the user input. Then create, so we create the agent here. So the agent ID. How do I create the agent ID if I don't even have the agent yet? Okay, this is So this is the one that produces the agent ID. So it's the other way around. Agent ID is based off whatever this response is. So this would assign the agent ID with the user. So it saves the agent ID. And then agent ID is then so whatever result response is. And then what is the webhook URL? So the webhook is the URL that we're gonna be using to track all the events. I just don't know what I use here. There we go. So webhook URL. So this. Okay, so it's the so API return. So I can get the alright. So the thing is, so this webhook is based off the ngrok that I'm using. But when it's once I publish this on production, it's no longer going to be the ngrok. So but right now I'm using the ngrok. So deal with, so I can get, right, so get cache. So this is, so ngrok, and then this is the URL. Like there's something missing there, because I think this could be assigned with the user ID instead of having a plain version. Don't know yet. Trying to find that key. Right, that's fine. So based off the voice ID. User ID, agent name. Yeah, so the agent name, where does that go? I think I'm gonna just use whatever they provide here. Agent name, only use for your own reference. Unless, or, so use that, or, data, what would you name yours? Because the way I'm thinking about this is that these are all the advanced preferences for the agent, but I don't think they're even necessary, except for this sensitive data storage. So this data storage is essentially saying, would you store the values? Would you store the transcription and store the data or the data in retail servers? That's really it. So I think I'm gonna just leave that for now. I think I'll just leave this for now. So the most important part is just to test this whole thing out. saving to database. Okay, so I'll run it out. So create, so find the preset first, and then get the preset. So retrieve the preset from the retail server, so the provider in this case. And then for each of the general tools, we then need to insert all of the user inputs to then fill in all of these values. So when it comes to transferring the call, we can then say, okay, transfer to this user input to this number, whatever that is. And then the calendar could be the API key of the user. I think this needs to change because they're also asking for other information such as the event type ID. I think I'm going to just skip that for now. And then yeah, so this is the API key that I need. And then the rest in the future would be the custom tools. So that's something I need to work on in the future, but not now though. So I create the, so this would create the custom role. So create, because I'm just relying on one gigantic function. Create the custom agent from LLM presets. And then I just need to test this out. So yeah, so basically, so what I need is to link this with my client. So first they select the agent. So what is the voice of their agent? What is the voice of their assistant? So this could be, this is like your Siri. So what is the voice of your Siri? This could, you know what, I might even add, what is the name of your agent? Right. And then so what is the name? What is the voice? Then we move on. I'm gonna turn this into a proper UI later, and then they have to select, okay, what type of call assistant do you want? So there's 3 options. So let's say for now I'm gonna stick with the hardest version. So the EA is the hardest part. So this title, description, and then what are the requirements to enable this? So you need your calendar API key, you need your transfer key, and something else, and then boom. And I think that should work. Okay. Okay. Anyway, just need to test this out. So what are their so what is their user? So what is their inputs, right? And then, okay, so what do I submit? I basically maybe submit the agent instead. The retail AI agent, yeah. Alright, wait. I'm hungry as hell. Alright, so next thing is to link this, to do my UI again. So redo my UI and then link the API to my client that I can then activate that. So I can start testing the what's it called, the API. I said. Okay. All right. Be right back. I need a UI and API key. No, API for API on the client. Shit. Oh shit. Alright, let me just clean out my desk, dude. Goddamn. What is this? Hey.
Section. Put it on. Good. Nice. All right.
Yo, they're getting so much shit. This is crazy. Wow, I can't believe they got shit on by Twitter. Oh god. believe they got shit on this. Yeah, so Frying Pan. So these are two YouTubers basically, and then they created their project, and they actually got in to YC, which is amazing. But I didn't know that the project was literally, well, not literally, but it was, you know, almost like a carbon copy of another project. But then again, it's like, is it? I think it's an open source project. It's like, what's wrong with that though? If they didn't like the commercialization of Cursor, why have they joined YC, where they could have monetized their service in the same way? Yes. And the thing is, it's like, I don't particularly understand the competitive advantage other than the fact that you could run your own models. I don't get it, you know, because I don't think the AI editors or IDEs, I don't think it's, you know, the cheaper the better. I don't think it's a race to the bottom, because I think that's what they're going after here. Yeah, they dogpile it. Yeah. And the thing is, like, is it really their fault? Like, they got into YC with essentially the same product as, you know, what's already existing out there. The fact that they got into YC, that's even more like, why? It's like, how did they get into YC in the first place? So YC is basically, it's basically saying, well, if we can get similar products that are doing the same thing, then you're gonna be guaranteed to get in. As I guess. But anyway. I just can't believe that first it was MKBHD who was getting shit on for his iOS app, and then now, and then I think now more recently is the Godot the Godot community. And then now it's Frying Pan in their startup. It's fucking crazy. Yeah. The Democrats are trying to stop those states from removing the non-citizens from their voter files. Why is this? I don't see why is this even. Anyway. Select the voice for your AI. Good deed, bro. You raised $1 million on a fork open source code base, and your license is more restricted than the original and adds little to no add value. Oh. What the fuck? I got disconnected. And also, the thing is, if this was, there's plenty of people that are in the build in public on Twitter, And I think if they just stick to that instead of YC, I don't think anyone would even bother if he chat GPT'd his legal. Because in the end, I think I've seen many people that are literally just chat GPTing their legals, but they're not in YC though. That's the difference. I just think it's cool. You might have represented that kind of around here. I really think people are making fun of YC, not you. Yeah, it's like, how did they got into YC? That doesn't make sense. We're a fork of VS Code, so you can maintain familiarity and utility just so far. Bruh. I blocked the log tokens API and now I can access all their models without any usage restrictions. Locked. When you hire lead code engineers, instead of good. Damn. Insane to fuck something you didn't make to get that kind of VC funding. Damn. You're a 6'5", handsome, young, live your life getting paid hundreds of $1,000s and shit. We don't need another AI code editor. Live your life, bro. Trust me. Bro, damn. The comments are crazy. Oh, what the? Alright. Select the voice assistant. So these would be based on the MP3 from this API. I think I want to see how Siri is set up in the iPhone.
The colors of the sky fade. The colors of the sky fade with the setting sun as the stars begin to shine through.
The colors of the sky fade with the setting sun as the stars begin to shine through the clear night.
Yeah. So so what is the accent?
Greetings. I'm Billy. Greetings. I'm Bill. Greetings. I'm Billy.
Welcome. Introducing Lily, your AI help.
Hi, I'm Marissa. Here to make your day smoother.
Okay, so I'm going to the channel and see this all the time. And I'm using a video. So be on.
All right. if we get first of all, do I get the name? Oh, the voice name, yeah. Okay, so the gender, voice name, preview audio. You know, I'll stick with this. Yeah, what if I just stick to 3 examples for now? I think it's called Marissa.
Hi, being at your service. Let me know what you're after and I'll get right.
Hey, I'm Brian, ready to get going. Whatever you need, consider it done promptly. What are we working on right now?
Hi, I'm Guilfoy. Need a hand with something? Just let me know how I can make your day a bit easier.
Hi, I'm Zuri. Just let me know what you need and I'm here to help.
Oh, I like that.
Hey, I'm John, your lunar.
Hey there, I'm Paul, your dedicated helper. Let's get to work on your request. What task can I help with?
Good day. I'm Amy, your
Hi, being at your service. Let me know what you're after.
Hello there, I'm Anthony, your helpful guide. How can I make things easier and more convenient for you today?
Hi, Shimmer here, your friendly AI, committed to improving your day with quick help and reliable information.
It is not so important to know everything as to appreciate what we learn.
The years teach much which the days never know. I have never been hurt by anything I didn't.
The world is round, and the place, which may seem like the end, may also be the beginning.
A single rose can be my garden, a single friend.
Our distrust is very expensive. Our distrust.
Just trust yourself, then you will know how to live.
Okay, anyway. So first you want to select the voice, so it's like cool. Oh, the name, sorry. So set up the name and then select the voice. Select the voice and then select the type of assistant. And then they select this so that it comes here. So let's select. So at the moment I have one type of assistant. So like that, and then they press this so that it will then lead here. What is the user input? I think I'm gonna go now. Fuck.